Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Revisiting Disney World. Now if you're new to the series, I want to explain really quickly what Revisiting Disney World is. It was a series that started with me wanting to talk about what I thought Disney could do to improve Future World and Epcot, because I thought as much as I loved Epcot, it wasn't really living up to the potential, and I thought if they had changed some attractions, it would have really made it live up to that and live up to the name of Epcot. And I had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm still actually doing that. I'm not done with covering Epcot rides. But I also thought it was really fun to take a look at an attraction and just play a fun game of what if and brainstorm different ways that you could reimagine an attraction at Walt Disney World for either the better or just completely different. So now we're doing it all around Disney World. We're here on MC Magic. It is the complete one-to-one scale recreation of Walt Disney World. And today we're here in the Magic Kingdom. And the ride that I am going to be, or the attraction that I'm going to be revisiting is the Hall of Presidents. That's right, the Hall of Presidents, probably a super famous, very historic attraction that has a great root in Disney history. But that said, it is also really not the most popular attraction at Walt Disney World for sure, and I think that it could do for an update. So again, this is just my own personal opinion on what Disney could do to update this attraction. This is not based on rumors. This is not based on what Disney has announced or said they're going to announce. This is me just making stuff up and playing a fun game of what if. So if you've never been on the Hall of Presidents, there is a video that I've made that explains the history of the Hall of Presidents and what it is. But the short version is that it's a show, a theater show that you watch that sort of explains the history of America and the presidency. And it's got an animatronic for every single president in United States history, which is what it's sort of famous for. Every time there's a new president, they make a new president animatronic. So what would we do to change it? I was thinking about this for a while. I was actually just sitting in here just looking at it because I felt like it does need an update, but it'd be too simple to just say, you know, make a new movie or replace the animatronics or something. Although I think that is something that we should do, right? We have new animatronic technology. Let's make all of them, I guess maybe except Lincoln because of the historical relevancy to Disney history. Replace them with the more updated animatronics, better detailing, better motion, but I think the way that the attraction should be approached should be one in that is different and gives you a different experience and pushes people to go check out the attraction more often. And the way I was thinking about it was, okay, interactivity is fantastic. What if you created a whole new film that played that had, like, you know, it was a 15-minute bit that gave you the history of each president. Now, obviously, you can't play those all back to back. You know, all the presidents that we've had in our country's history, that would take forever. So what if you let the audience vote and choose? That way, you know, you sort of have this hope of a different experience every time you're on, and you get to see different presidents' histories. The problem with that is, let's be honest, they're going to always vote for either Lincoln or Washington or Jefferson or Obama or Clinton or the recent ones or George Bush. Like, it's going to be like these big names. You're never going to see the audience vote for Garfield, President Garfield, right? Or President Teddy Roosevelt. So why not, instead of doing a voting system, set up a system similar to Star Tours, in that every time the show runs, however often it runs, every 15 minutes or so, it randomizes what president it's going to focus on. And you have a short little 15-minute film about the history of that president. And you get actors, you know, if budget's not a, you know, limitation here, you get, you know, good actors and good effects, and you write these, you know, short little 15-minute biopics for each president, and then you have it randomized. So, you know, for somebody who's interested in the history, you can go ahead and go on this multiple times, and every time you're going to have a different opportunity to learn about a different U.S. president. And if you're not into it, you can still go on it the one time and get the general idea of what it's about. Maybe you tail end the film with, you know, a more general short bit about the presidency, so that if you only have time to go on it once, you can still get a general idea of, like, sort of the history of the United States and how the presidency was formed and how it works and things like that. And if that's too much of a budget thing, if we do want to think realistically, okay, maybe don't do every president, but do the major ones, the ones that I was just mentioning, the Lincolns, the Washingtons, the Jeffersons, and randomize that. So anytime you go on it, you're going to get a different experience. I think that's the key here. You know, you can't build a whole new thing. You can't build a ride. You're not really going to make a ride out of the presidency. It's still going to be a show, and you really don't want to destroy the history and remove all of these animatronics. The idea of having a stage with every single president is really an appealing one, so you keep that, but yet you're adding this level of newness to it, and you're adding this technological level, and you're adding this appeal for people to go back and watch it multiple times, not just to get out of the heat, but maybe to learn a bit about a president that they might not have expected to learn about. So there you have it. That's just my short take on what I think the Disney company could do to spice up the Hall of Presidents without changing it too much. I want to know what you guys think, though. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Maybe this is too deep-rooted in Disney history and it shouldn't be touched. Or maybe it's just too boring as a concept and the whole building should be wiped and something else should go in their place. Whatever you're thinking, let me know. I love to hear people's ideas on this. I love to play this fun game of what if when it comes to Disney attractions. If you like this video, there are plenty of others, other Disney videos, other Minecraft videos. I even have another channel called Rob Plays Those Games, where I play non-Minecraft games. I'm on Twitter at Rob Plays, and I'm on Facebook at Rob Plays That Game, as well as Instagram at Rob Plays That Game. But most importantly, if you want to support the channel, if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more, the best thing you could do for it is just tell a friend. Maybe they enjoy it as well. But in any case, whatever you do, I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope whatever you do this week, you make the most of it because it makes it that much better. And I hope to see you all next time for the next episode of Revisiting Disney World. Bye, everybody.